Man, I've had 3 cups of coffee and I'm pretty pumped looking at the Pirates right now. I don't understand exactly what's going on, but looking at their record and then looking at what they have coming to the bigs, it makes me, as a baseball fan in general, super excited. Welcome back to the Touching Bases podcast. Good to see your smiling faces. I am way over energized and had way too much coffee. Should probably do like a cards and coffee today. Oh, that's amazing. The NL Central is wild. I mean, just look at the NL Central standings and tell me you're not utterly confused in how the division that we typically have a very poor track record of winning and losing stats. The Brewers are 11-6. The Cubs are 11-7. Pirates are 11-8. What? Now I can get into the Brewers where I understand they're doing great. Jackson Cheerio is doing amazing. It just with his rookie season, I honestly hope he does win the NL Rookie of the Year. The Cubs are stacked. Bellinger's performing. Christopher Morel's performing. He's doing well at third base, which everybody was a little bit concerned about during spring training with all of the errors that he was committing. But then you have the Pirates, who I didn't expect to do very well. And I made a couple videos in the past of just how jaw-dropping, how well they're doing. I was expecting O'Neal Cruz to perform really well, and you know, he's batting 234, but he does lead the team with 3 home runs, a stolen base, and his slugging percentage is 364, which is mediocre for the rest of the team. But everybody else is really doing well. Brian Reynolds is performing well, 260. Ke'Bryan Hayes is batting 277. And then how about Connor Joe? 276 batting average with a 414 slugging. I mean, yeah, I'm excited for this Pirates team. There's only 3 players that I'm a little bit concerned about on this Pirates offense. One of them is Henry Davis, who the #1 draft pick, catcher, starting this season. This is his chance to win Rookie of the Year. He's just not performing. He's batting a 173 with a 286 OBP and a 231 slugging percentage. Not good. Although they have him batting #9, he is very good defensively. So if he can bring those numbers up when it comes to hitting, like, this team's going to be in first place, no doubt. Another would be Jack Suwinski. So the center fielder for the Pirates, he's batting a 172. I don't know what's going on there. His slugging percentage is a 293. That's still not good, but it's still better than 231. I'm just put that out there. And then the third one just hit his 300th career home run, and I'm a huge fan of him. I think he's just an awesome person as in general, not just a good player, but a good human being, and I think Pittsburgh deserves him. Andrew McCutchen, I'm so glad he's back there. He's only batting a 209, so only 2 players are batting under 200 in this Pirates lineup. But Andrew McCutchen being in his 14th season, I think he'll bounce back. But the rest of the team is looking amazing. O'Neal Cruz, I'm happy with him. Brian Reynolds, Hayes, Talese, I mean, I should put that out there. He's batting pretty good. I mean, 231, but still pretty good. But let me get back to, okay, let's talk about the actual thing that matters here. So a few days ago on the 13th of April, Marco Gonzalez, who was traded from the Mariners to the Braves, and the Braves used him to pick up a piece to add to their roster. So now Marco Gonzalez is with the Pirates. Well, strained forearm magically on the 13th. So he is now out. He's not pitching right now. Who they use to fill in? Quinn Priester is now taking that role of #5. I think this is a mistake. I really do. Following a trend of everybody else in the MLB, Jackson Cheerio starting in the MLB. Jackson Holiday finally got the call up. Jackson Morel with the Padres doing very well, considering that he was kind of a no-name going into this season compared to the other two. And then also Wyatt Langford, who's not doing too well for the Texas Rangers, who was called up and made opening day roster. Paul Skenes is raking down in AAA, and I think they should bring him up finally to take this #5 spot in the rotation. Mitch Keller expected to do very well. I think anybody who is supposed to be the ace of any MLB team is not performing to the expectation that everybody was hoping for. Okay, maybe that's not true because Tyler Glasnow's doing insanely good. So let me take that one back. The guy who's standing out to me before we get to Paul Skenes is Jared Jones. Jared Jones is throwing a 3.13 ERA. It's the second best on the team, right behind Martin Perez. But with Martin Perez and Mitch Keller having very similar stats besides the ERA, as far as they both have 7 walks, they both have over 21 hits. I would say 24 for Perez, 28 for Mitch Keller, and similar strikeouts, 16 for Perez and 21 for Mitch Keller. They seem to be pretty on par. The give and take stats here and there, whether it's the same amount of walks, a little bit more strikeouts here, a little less hits there, they offset each other. But their number 3, Jared Jones, throwing a 3.13 directly in the middle of those two, throwing only one inning less than them, starting the same amount of games, has only given up 16 hits compared to 24 hits and 28 hits. He's only walked 2 batters compared to 7 and 7 walks, and he has 32 strikeouts versus Perez has only thrown 16 and Keller has only thrown 21. Jared Jones is raking for the Pirates, and I think that's a secret weapon we should be paying attention to and why they're winning so many games. Imagine if we go ahead and take Quinn Priester, send him back to AAA. I understand he was a number 1 draft pick in 2019. This is his rookie season to kind of prove himself, but enter Paul Skenes. Stick with me on this. I'm way over caffeinated. Oh, that's good. This year in 2024, I'm just going to go off the stats. I'm going to read it verbatim instead of act like I know. Paul Skenes, 22 years old, 4 games started, just like the other starting rotation. He has 12 and 2/3 innings pitched. His K-to-9 ratio is 19.18. He has given up 0 home runs. He has a walk rate of 2.84. His left on base percentage is 100%, and his ground ball percentage is 53.3%. And that left on base percentage is 100% because his ERA is 0. He hasn't given up a single run in the 4 starts that he's been in AAA. If that doesn't scream, give me some more competition, I don't know what does. His FIP is 0.42. Bring him up! Bring him up! I don't get it. Bring him up! What? I'm really pumped. I'm sorry, guys. It's the caffeine, most likely. The Pirates need to bring him up and put him in that number 5 spot in the rotation. And I guarantee you they're going to add 2 to 3 plus wins, at least in the next 3 weeks. I think you guarantee a win with his starts every time he takes the mound. The bats are there, they're active, they're scoring runs. So far this season, they are a plus 11 run differential, ranking number 13 in the MLB. They're doing very well. Compared to 2023, what they're on for projection is scoring 98 more runs this season than they did last year. So looking at the specific numbers for Paul Skenes, if he does come up to the MLB, they're looking at a player that has only given up 5 hits in 4 starts. He has 4 walks, but he has 27 strikeouts already. So to put that in perspective, 27 strikeouts in 12 and 2/3 innings. Jared Jones has thrown 32 strikeouts this season, and he's pitched 23 innings. Put Paul Skenes in the number 5 rotation slot, give him 23 or 20, let's just keep it simple, 24. You're looking at 54 strikeouts if he's able to perform the way he's performing down in AAA. Pirates, Pittsburgh. Guys, call him up. Quinn Priester, if he's going to be the one filling the role right now for Marco Gonzalez, fine. Maybe give him one shot, but you need to call up Paul Skenes. And after watching his last outing, through 3 innings, he threw 8 strikeouts. So every single out except for 1 was a strikeout, and he's throwing 100 miles per hour. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't already seen my other video talking about this Tommy John epidemic and the issues that we're finding and what's causing the Tommy John issues, if you haven't already, go check that video out. But a guy throwing 100 miles an hour, throwing this elite, get him up to the bigs as soon as possible, because at this point, that UCL is going to snap inevitably. It's happened to Strider, it's happened to Bieber, it's happened to Glasnow multiple times, and now he's back. Lucas Giolito's out. Matt Brash is a big scare right now as far as his elbow. Garrett Cole is out. I went down a list of over 60 players that are out because of Tommy John related injuries involving the UCL, tearing or straining. Get him to the bigs and use him to get your team to the playoffs. Pirates, I'm excited for you. You've never been a contender really in the playoffs, at least in my lifetime where I followed baseball. I want to see you guys make it. I like the underdogs. The Pirates are my team for the NL Central. I do like the Brewers, but I'm rooting for the Pirates. What do you guys think? Should he stay down in AAA and continue performing, or do you think they should call him up? Leave him down in the comments. Like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I love you, and I will forever love you, and I'll keep making videos for you. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.